Okay, I'm currently in London. Just landed a couple hours ago. I'm really tired because I woke up at like 4. I slept at 1. I'm caught up between calls. It's really annoying because when I have like half-hour breaks between calls, they don't give me enough time to do anything useful, especially in terms of development work. And I'm definitely feeling a little bit of a drag in terms of like being tired is not helping the whole focus situation. Might go grab some coffee. And today is just focused on doubling. Well, basically this week is just staying on top of things. So I'm going back to the roots of like staying on top of client work, doing the best possible kind of job and work we can for them. Still spread a little bit thin. Well, very thin actually, to be honest, but making it work and not doing as many meetings because I want to focus on this stuff first. And that's pretty much the plan. I don't have much time before my next call. It's in like 7 minutes or so. But I definitely enjoy being in London, in a different city. I love this place so much. Specifically just the energy of like everybody's busy, there's more going on. I like big cities a lot for those kinds of reasons. So it's nice to be here instead of Lisbon for a little bit of a change. I'm going to go up to Cheltenham to see some potential clients as well. I brought them some little gifts. I think hopefully they'll like them. It'll be nice to connect. And I think it'll be good to build those relationships. Hopefully sign a new deal or two. There are 2 leads there. So hopefully the meetings will go well. And otherwise I'm catching up with a couple people. Pretty simple plans for the time being. I'm worried about fulfillment, but I don't know, so far I've felt pretty focused, even being in the super tired space, like just being out of my normal environment gets me, I think, a little bit more switched on in some way. So that's great. So especially in the moments by myself, being pretty focused so far. So it's great. I'm worried about hiring a little bit. I need things sooner rather than later. I'm going to be carrying a bulk of the workload for the time being. And yeah, there was this guy who reached out and wants to work for free, essentially. So I'm going to be discussing that. He wants to see if he can help out, stuff like that. I'm going to see next week with him. I'm going to chat about that. See how that goes. It's an interesting thing. If you want to do this to people, I am small enough that, most people can reach out to me and contact me directly. But if you want to do that for somebody bigger, the more out of scope, out of range they are for you, the more work you have to put in up front for them to even consider. So you can't go to Elon Musk and ask him to do development for free because he's got enough people already doing that are better than your service for free. And the time that you would take, the time you would take to get up to speed on things is he'd rather just pay to find somebody who's already up to speed and already more capable and competent, whatever it is. So I think it's a really good principle to get a foot in the door, but you have to know who to contact and who that can still work with, who's small enough of a fish that you can reach out to and make contact with and add value. I can't just knock on Elon Musk's door and try and bring him coffee because he's got enough people doing that. But you can probably, if you do that to your next door neighbor, they'll be super grateful. They might not be who you want to be in touch with or like in contact with, but it's just a thought. If you want to make a reach out or something like that happen, the higher level the person, the more upfront work proportionally, that has to go into it. So yeah. Anyway, I'm maybe going to record an update later, but for now I'm going to help on the calls. I don't know what I'm going to do because I think after the calls I'm going to be tired and I really need to get some development work done. So I don't know how I'm going to figure that one out. If one of the calls ends up being a little shorter, I might take a little power nap, like 20 minutes. I find 20 minutes is a great sweet spot. but I need to have a call afterward because sometimes I can sleep longer than 20 minutes if I don't have any limits. Because once I'm asleep, I'm not the kind of guy who finds it easy to get out of bed. I find it hard to get to fall asleep though. That's more my thing. So if I have a little bit extra time, I might squeeze in a nap and see, because those usually help when I'm like a little bit sleep deprived. Then I hop onto development and I'm a little bit more sharp, a little bit more awake, and I'm gonna need that. But we'll see what's possible. Just gonna work things out for the rest of the day. No big plans. Tomorrow I got a lunch meeting with a friend of mine who's ex-banker, but we're like personal friends, not really a business thing. And then there's this VC who I might go meet up with, and I have to figure out dates for Cheltenham. So all a bit up in the air, but I'm here and glad to be here. So that's nice. So for the time being, all things are sorted, but I'm going to go hop onto that call now.